Good. Good. Yeah, wish I had the bits for you, buddy, but I don't. Alright, so that's the bolt catch. All we really have left are the pivot pins, which I don't seem to have. I thought I had one more set around here, and I don't. I think I'm mistaken. Look at that cool sun's engraved and shit. I'll have to use it on something eventually. You're close, pal. You're ugly as shit, but I love you. You're close. See all the black circles from. You are close, my friend. Yeah, paint's chipping off left and right. Oh. What are you gonna do? What's the one build where I'm like, yeah, cool. It makes it look cooler. Alright. Well, pivot pins. What's up with that bolt catch? Do I have? I think I just used my last roll pin. Or are they bigger for this guy? I always forget. Oh wait, I don't have a spring, do I? Or do I? Springs I just had in a bag. I just had 2 springs in a bag. Where'd they go? No, that's not you. I don't even know what the hell you're for. No, it's a big fat fucker. So that guy. I don't even know what you're for, man. I forget. So I need a big fat honking spring. Oh. I'm out of gas on that one. Pretty confident I don't have one of those on standby. No, I gotta look at the gun room, but I don't think I have one. It's huge. It's a big fat fucker. Pretty sure I don't have one of those. Well, sadly, I didn't have a spring for my forward assist. I looked for about 25-30 minutes for the roll pin for the bolt catch. You dogs want to go out? Where, buddy? For the bolt catch, and I got lucky. I found one. I found one that was all bent to hell. I was like, you ain't using that. I found two. I thought it was, but they were too big. And then I went in the gun room and I opened up the parts that Larry sent me. Larry, remember that little circle thing you sent me when it had like some springs in it? I used the little plunger that you sent me, and you had the spring for the bolt catch, which came in handy. Thank you, my friend. And I found the roll pin that I used. I forget where I found that. It was in one of my little catch-all things. I got to re-up on those small parts. I'm always short. So I'm down to, I need some pivot pins and springs. I have some spare springs for those, but I'll buy, when you buy them, they come with the springs, I think. So I'll probably just order like a set of Geisleys. Pardon me. Working out here, trying to clean shit up. The hurricane's coming. Now, fucking our mayor already declared a county emergency, and our governor has declared a statewide emergency. It's looking like it's going to hit as a strong Category 4, possible 5. Now, it is hitting on the West Coast, primarily Tampa. I guess Mother Nature isn't a fan of the Bucks, huh? Shit. Tomorrow I'm gonna go buy water, some propane, some beer, some more water, some beer, and smokes, and then some beer. Should be good. Well, they say prepare for 5 days, you know. We're gonna freeze these things. You never know with these storms, dude. You know, I've lived in Florida most of my life, South Florida mostly, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. We had some close calls. We had several days without power type incidents. Never been completely devastated. I always lived out west. But how was I, 18? In 1992, when Andrew hit, I left the day before, driving my grandmother and my Aunt Pam up to Maine, and then over to, then I drove them to Toronto through Montreal. And the storm was chasing us because I left the afternoon before it hit the next morning. And it was chasing us up the fucking state. It was in my little Honda Civic with no air conditioning. That was a fucking drive. Holy shit. But you don't take them for granted, because you can still lose power even if a Category 1 passes over your area, which it looks like we're probably going to get probably a 1 or a 2. Depends how much it slows down. If it hits as a 5, it'll slow down to a 3. It's going to devastate some shit. If it hits at a 4, it'll slow down to a 2. By the time, I mean, we'll get outer bands and shit. We'll get wind gusts of 30, 40, 50 miles per hour, but we won't see any crazy shit like I see now. I've seen some pretty high winds in storms in the past. 80, 100 mile per hour gusts, 120. You open the door, you can feel the whole pressure in the house kind of shift, and poof, and the shit flying down, garbage cans, and it's incredible to witness, but it's so devastating. At any rate, back to what's really important. I need a spring for that forward assist. The pivot pins, I think Larry, we're going to try to meet up tomorrow, do the trade. That should leave me with the barrel. And I believe we're going to deal for the Sons of Liberty Knox that he's pulling off one of his builds, because he does need it. And we're going to do some sort of tradey thingy. Hell, I should text him and see if he has a spring for a forward assist, and some pivot pins. I don't know what the dollar amounts. We're trying to make sure our trade is fair on both sides. That's what I always do. I always took hits on all the stuff I sold. I gave people great deals. In hindsight, I kind of fucked myself a bit too much, but that's what it is. So yeah, and then it's, I don't know why this bill doesn't really fill a hole. It's just I had these parts in my safe for a year and a half or so, and I felt like doing some horrible painting. You just get the bug in you, man. It's gonna chip and fall off and scratch and look like fucking death. But that's the whole point of this build, though. It's apocalypto. And this will be the one if we ever go shooting with a few dudes and somebody doesn't have a rifle. Guess which pistol they're getting handed. Here you go, shoot that piece of shit. You ain't fucking with my fucking ADM or Meridian. He doesn't have a gun. Well, he gets to shoot apocalypto. Got paint coming off of your hand and shit. Did you sweat? Gotta earn your bones, man. So yeah, alright, tomorrow I'll get motivated. Hopefully Larry and I can meet up at some point and do the trading thing. And he said he had a gas tube, I think it's mid-length. So I need a gas block, pivot pins, a spring for that stupid tumor forward assist. And that's pretty much it. Barrel. You gotta pin the gas block. Get that on the barrel. Torque the barrel down. Time the knocks. Check the barrel for obstructions. Take it to the range. Throw a loaded mag in it. Pull back on the charging handle and send it. That's it. Go crazy with it. Have a little fun. Alrighty then. Well, all you guys in Florida, stay safe, especially if you're on the West Coast. They said the water depth and the water temperature in the Gulf and around Cuba is almost 90 degrees at some points during the day. And they say normally if it goes down deep enough, it's constantly recycling that warm water, which keeps the storm supercharged. And that's what's happening today, the guy said. All that water goes down pretty deep, and it's between 80 and 90 degree water temps. And that's like fucking pumping ethanol into your race car, dude. That thing goes. So we might see a Cat 5 out of this guy. Who knows? Hope not. If you're in Tampa and anywhere on the beach on the West Coast, I'd get the fuck out of there. Board it up, leave. Call a friend that's more inland or something. It's not worth it. Those storms can do some horrible shit. At any rate, go get some supplies, some propane, some water, some beer, and maybe hook up with Larry. Scott reached out tonight, said, hey, you want to go shooting tomorrow morning? I was like, dude, I'd love to, honestly, but I got to go fucking get some supplies just in case. We have these plastic totes we fill with water and freeze ahead of the storm, and then clean out the coolers so we can keep all the fresh food and hamburger meat and cream for the coffee and shit on ice for at least a few days. If you lose power, you lose power. We don't have a generator, so. Now, is it likely, given the trajectory of this storm coming up from the west, heading east? Maybe not, but it doesn't take much to knock power out. Some 50, 75 per hour gusts in the right tree at the right location takes down some power lines and blows the fucking transformer. Don't forget, a lot of these FPL guys are going to be focused on the hardest hit areas, so there might not be people around to fix the other areas for a while. So you're sitting here sweating your ass off. No power, no internet. That sucks, man. I've been through it many times. It blows. Anyway, have a good evening. See you when I see you. Your pal, Jake Miracle. Drinking water. Hey, hey.